Hey guys, so a while back, a couple weeks ago, I made a post about everyone letting us know what your struggle and what your success is, and there was quite a bit of response to that, and I came to the conclusion I needed to either do a call or, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to hold this, but to do either a call or do a video, and I've decided to do a video, and I'm sorry it's taken me so long, but the way things have been kind of crazy, I wanted to make sure I did this right, and I've been working on notes, and I've got 13 pages of notes that I'm going to try to condense into just a few minutes, and I wrote down everything that you guys commented as far as issues and oppositions against our loyal customer programs, and those oppositions are things we face from our customers. So when we're going to sign up a loyal customer, this may be something that they bring up as a reason not to sign. So, and how you can try to prevent that from happening, and how you can ease the fears of your customers and kind of break those hesitations. So I'm going to read them real quick. I have one of the things was I don't have enough money. If it didn't cost so much, waiting on payday, and people will go to GNC and spend $100 and try our products, but they won't, or try their products, but not try our products. So the last one was people that have no results and they won't sign as a loyal. They're willing to sign as a loyal, but they just don't see themselves having results with our wraps, so they're hesitant. And I'm just going to start by, addressing those in order. And so the first one is I don't have enough money. And people have to make It Works a priority, especially if they are on a tight budget. You know, when you're on a tight budget, you have to prioritize what gets paid and what doesn't. So to your customers, you may see them going to the movies or getting their nails done or whatever. They have a tight budget, but they have a little room for some spending. So they have to figure out why It Works products should be a priority to them. So what I mean is they've got to figure out if they need something versus want something, and do they want it bad enough to put it in that budget? Does that make sense? And an example would be like somebody who wants to lose weight but can't. They may have a medical issue or a physical issue or a time issue. They may not be able to get to the gym. They may be running their kids every night when they work 60 hours a week, and they just physically don't have time. So someone who may need a whole new wardrobe because they have gained weight and they are about to bust the seams out of their clothes. They would spend more on a whole wardrobe than they would a few wraps to prevent that from happening. Wraps will save them money, so you have to help them figure out the need. Let's see. And on top of that being cheaper, they'll look better, they'll feel better. Other reasons that people may make this a need is that they have an event with their job, the beach, vacation, the pool, they have to get into a dress, a wedding, whatever. Let's see. And, I know that some of you are probably sitting there thinking, my friends don't have the money. Like, even though they would want to prioritize it, and even though they have a wedding, they just simply do not have the money. And if you'll just bear with me through this, I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So how do you make them decide that It Works is a priority? Because I've heard that said to me. How do I make them realize? Make them. Well, you don't. You help them. You help them realize and help them decide that they need our products. So in order to do that, you have to find out where their needs are. And to find out where their needs are, you have to ask. And you have to listen. That is the key. You have to listen. You cannot just sit there and say, what can you need? And be thinking, okay, well, she eats eats out a lot and eats fat fighters. Okay, well, no, you have to listen. You have to sit there and listen to what they have to say, care about them enough that you care about the lines in between, and let them know that, you know. You want to ask them, what are your goals? What are your health goals? What are you doing right now to take care of those goals? So after you've listened, you know, listen to them talk, listen, you know, to what they have to say, but you want to talk about them. You want to ask about them. You want to be engaged in the conversation. You want to pick up on the little things that they say. You want to be excited for the actions they're taking. So if they're, oh, I've been going to the gym and I've started, yes, that's great. You know, cheer them on. Let them know that you're on their side, because people will let their guard down and they will be more apt to buy something if they know that you're on their side. And you know, you don't want to be fake. It's not to be fake. It's to care about them. It's to, you know what products to recommend to them, to help them plan for product purchases. You know, and if they say they are healthy and they are going to the gym and they're eating right and everything, suggest ProFit. Get them on some protein. It is the best protein. It makes you feel full. There's not many calories in it. It's non-GMO, no artificial sweeteners, so they can wrap while they've got it on. They're not adding toxins to their body. And then break it down, you know, help them realize that our ProFit can help them replace a meal, give them great nutrients for the cost of $2.30 a meal. Now, I don't know about you, but I've never gone to lunch and at a restaurant, at McDonald's, anywhere, you know, a nice restaurant, a healthy restaurant, Subway, McAllister, anywhere you can get healthy food, and spent $2.30. So be sure you break things down like that and go the distance to help them realize what they're doing when they make a purchase and when they purchase a certain product. You know, if they say they don't have time, they work so many hours a week and my kids keep me busy, I have 3 jobs, I don't have time to work out, I eat a lot, you know, we eat out a lot, you want to recommend fat fighters and greens. Greens are going to give them the nutrition that they need, and the fat fighters are going to help them fight the fat and the bad stuff that they're putting into their body, the carbs and the fat. If they don't have time to cook, you know, those greens are going to give them some great nutrition. You want to, if they say, I have a medical condition and I cannot work out, and I have to go by my notes because I will not remember all of this, so I'm so sorry, but if they say I have a medical condition and I cannot work out, you know what, wraps can help, but you want to say to them and make the disclaimer, let me get you a list of ingredients, let me send you a link or print it out for you, you can take it to your doctor, see if these are okay. I've heard of people in your situation and wraps have helped. You know, tell them the stories. Never, ever, ever put your company or your self in jeopardy. You want to make sure that you CYA, cover your honey. You want to make sure that you provide what they need to take to their doctor and provide customer service in that way. But if they do have a medical condition, you never want to assume that responsibility. Oh, yes, it's going to be okay. If they are okay with it without asking their doctor, that's on them. But if you just want to say, okay, well, that's your decision. I suggest you go to the doctor. Here's the ingredients. You guys get the point. If they say that stretch marks and cellulite are their issue, you want to recommend defining gel, wraps, and stretch mark cream. Defining gel rubbed in, dried up, and then put stretch mark cream right on top of it is powerhouse. I mean powerhouse. Wraps are for everyone. Sometimes they're not in the budget, so you can opt to get them something else that helps fit. So wraps, defining gel 1 month, stretch mark cream the next month. More than likely their defining gel is going to last that next month, so they're still going to have both. They can get a head start. You know, that's cheaper than wraps, but it's something that can still help the issue that's bothering them and help their quality of life. If their goal is skin issues or hair issues, send them to our skincare department. You know, my skin has improved drastically with our products. I'm so excited about them. The thing is, whatever the product is, whatever you're going for. You just want to make sure it's something that they need. So you really, really have to take time to listen to what they have to say. Pick up on the little things. You know, well, if I was going from one job to the other, oh, you work a couple jobs. Ding, ding. You've got the tool in your hands that can get them some extra money to maybe alleviate one of those jobs. I've never, ever met anyone who is working 3 jobs because they absolutely love all 3. You guys may have, I have not. I've met people who love the job they have and have extras because they need to pay the bills. So this is something that could free them up from that. When people say that they need to wait on payday, you have 2 options. Option 1 would be to have an order form on hand, even if it's on the phone or over Facebook or whatever social media outlet you use. And you just say, hey, you know what, I can get your order. You know, you want to get your order and tell them that you can hold it till payday. You can text them and let them know that their order's going in that day. You can provide customer service for them. You want to approach this by making this about them, not you or your sale. You want to say, you know, and for instance, like say you're like, oh, okay, you want to wait till payday. That's great. Go ahead and give me your order and I'll put it in on that day. Well, there's nothing really wrong with that. There's just a better way to go about it. You want to make it sound like you care about the customer. So you want to be like, oh, great, I'm so excited you're wanting to try our defining gel or wraps or whatever the product is. If you want, fill this order form out and I would be more than happy to put the order in for you on that day. Now, you know, that just kind of says, I'll take, and you want to add on to that, you know, I'll take care of that for you. So that just kind of says to them that you are taking that extra step, because a lot of times it's just that people get busy. They do want to order. They want to wait till payday. But on payday, they forget. They're busy. They've got somewhere to go, somewhere to be. They've got to, you know, focus on other things. They're not thinking about ordering defining gel. Some people want it bad enough and they're ready to order it, but some people don't. So if you have that order form, you have control of it. So you can text them and say, hey, can I put your order in? Or you ask them, do you want me to text you that day or do you want me just to put it in? Those are, you know, that's option number 1, and there's 2 options. So, and I know, guys, you may not talk like that and be like, oh, I'm so excited. So you guys do your thing and make it man talk, I guess. Let's see, hang on. Option 2 would be to, I can't find it, but I know what it is. Option 2 would be that you just call them on that day. Oh, that's great. I'll follow up with you on that day, and we'll get your order in. We can do it over the phone. We can do it, you know, just follow up with people. And if they're like, well, I'm not sure. If they've told you what payday is, I don't know that I would call on payday. I would maybe call a day or 2 after payday and just make sure that you are following up, because they say the fortune is in the follow-up. I've heard that time and time again by people that have made millions and millions of dollars in different MLM companies. You have to follow up with people. That's the key. You have to follow up with your distributors, with your loyal customers. Follow up is huge. Let's see. So I guess the biggest thing is that you want to take care of the hesitations before they come. So what you want to do, you know, those things that said, if it didn't cost so much, people will go to GNC and spend $100. And I want to add one that is a hesitation that I've gotten quite a bit in the past year is, well, I just don't know much about it. You know, and with these issues, you know they're going to come up. It's inevitable. You know every single party it's going to come up. It's possible it's going to come up at a wrap appointment. But I guarantee you at every party, somebody is going to have those hesitations. You know, every single party, every vendor event, every discussion, if it didn't cost so much, might come up. You know, and people go to GNC because they trust them. They go because they have a reputation. They go because they feel comfortable with that company. They know that if they spend their money, they're going to get results because they do trust them. So you want to knock those hesitations out before they even come up. You want to say things like, and I'm just going to read these. I've typed them out. I've seen reps do what some people see done at a plastic surgeon's office or a cosmetic dermatologist's office for thousands less. And if people spend that money and they would want to, sorry, I'm just going to start that over. I've seen reps do what some people have done at a plastic surgeon's office or a cosmetic dermatologist for thousands less. If people who spend that money would try a wrap, they would be in shock over their savings. Our wraps cost just as much as a night out at the movies. Now, you want to say that in the tone of whatever conversation you're in. You don't want to make it sound cheesy. You don't want to make it sound rehearsed, but say something similar. And bring that up, because what that's doing is it's already planting a seed in their mind that well, yeah, I know I do spend that much at the movies, and then we leave the movies and I don't have anything, but this I could spend it and have it at home, and I would have it in my hand for about a month, And so people kind of think like that, and I'll be using that. That's true, I do spend that at the movies. So it's already starting to knock down walls. Do you see what I'm saying? You want to say something like, oh, I had a friend, she was skeptical, and she's a personal trainer, and now she is hooked. She loves it. Share these things. Another thing for people that work out, because this is something that I've faced a lot from people that work out, and I know a couple of other people. Sam has had this trouble. She's a trainer, and a lot of her trainer friends have a issue with it. But, you want to say, your hard work builds your muscles, but our wraps will polish them so you can show them off. And you just want to throw that in there sometimes. You don't want to do it like you're defending us. You want to just like you're just kind of throwing that in there and letting them know. You could be setting up and, putting your things up and moving around, or you could be answering questions, and just think of it a time where you could just throw that out there. Oh, I know, you work out. Oh, that's great. Oh, you work so hard to build out to build your muscles, but oh, you will love what our wraps will do. They will polish your hard work, and you will get to show off what you've done. Throw that out there to them. Oh yeah, I wanted to share this with you. You just want to drop lines that nip hesitations in the bud. You don't know what their hesitations are, then ask. At a rap party the other day, some girls were just asking, they actually wouldn't even ask the questions. It took me a while to get them warmed up enough to ask a question. That's how shy they were about it. And, I said, you're kind of skeptical, aren't you? And she was like, yes. And I was like, can I ask how come? And she just kind of went, I don't know. I guess I'll try one. And so sometimes after telling her everything about the wraps, and they're just sometimes you just got to point out that you recognize that they're still hesitant, and then it either opens the floor for conversation, or they let their guard down and they just wrap and think, oh, I'm just going to do this and get it over with and see if this thing works. And they're always excited about it. Sometimes you have to address the questions, then give a nudge. You want to be confident in your product. You want to be confident that you made the right choice in the right company, that, you're standing behind amazing products. Have stories in your pocket to share. Have pictures in your phone to share. Be excited for the ones in the stories. Be like, oh, my friend, she had this result. It was amazing. Be excited for them. Share those things with people. You don't have to give a big sales pitch. You just want to share those stories like you're just kind of sitting on the front porch, shooting the breeze. And this applies to the GNC thing too. If they're still hesitant, you want to say, or they'll be like, well, I'll just keep getting my stuff from GNC. You want to say, do you mind if I ask why you prefer GNC over trying something new with our company? Because, I know they work, and I have friends that know, and I would love to see you have great results. Word it how you need to. Be direct, be polite. They'll usually tell you. And even if they still don't wrap, you can use that to know ahead of time, the next time you go, what the hesitation is. And know what you need to say to that person, the person that works out, that's in the gym, male, female, whatever. And the same thing goes when you're explaining the loyal customer program. And all those questions, sometimes you just got to give it a nudge. The other thing with the loyal customer program is the wording. You want to start off with something like, Our loyal customer program is amazing. Our company offers so much free stuff to our customers. Get them on the positive path from the beginning. Then you want to say, you do not want to say 3-month commitment. You want to say you'll make a purchase today, you make a purchase in the next 2 months. Any product, no minimum, no maximum, just one item a month, when you go there. The next thing is you want to let them know how many perks they're going to get. Be excited that they're going to get those perks, how much free stuff they can earn. Say so-and-so earned this much if you know of a good story of how much product someone earned. If they're hesitant about auto ship, just say, I don't blame you for being hesitant about the auto ship. I'm the same way, but I've been in this company X amount of time and it works great. My friends have been in this business for a while. They've not had any problems. I've personally not had any problems. If you do have problems, you can always let me know and I can get with my upline. We can figure it out for you. I'm just here to help you. You will have full control of your auto ship. You want to say that. When you alleviate those things that a customer is worried about, you put their mind at ease and their guard comes down. Then they're free in their mind to start shopping and making their wish list. So just know going into every conversation with the customer that you may or may not get the sale. And that's okay. You may never know why someone doesn't sign on as a loyal, but I have found that either they come back later when they're ready or they don't come back at all. And the ones that don't come back at all, that's okay. They're probably going to be a pain anyway. Just think of it like God just took care of that for you anyway, that headache. But the ones that do, be grateful for them and be thankful for them because, they're your customers and you get to help them. Don't let the no's mess with your mind. Don't get discouraged. Don't let the people that ignore you, let that get you down. Just don't let that. You've got to just push through and keep going. Get 10 to 20 no's so that you can get one yes. So the people that have no money, this is where the opportunity comes in. This is where you say to them, when they say, I don't have any money, you say, oh, are you looking for a job? Are you working? What if I told you you could get your products at cost? You could get 120 in free product, buy boxes of wraps for $25 instead of $59, and make some wrap cash and some commission. So I can even tell you how to get into this business for free. Tell them, use the party pad. Don't do a big presentation like you're in front of a bunch of people. You want to use the party pad for visuals, just so they can see this is how you put it on. This is what you get in your kit. This is what you can do if you order more product. You can mini boost, party boost. Use those things. When you get 4 loyal customers, it's got those 4 and that 120. You use those visuals. Sit there and talk to the person face to face, one-on-one. But every now and then, point down to those visuals. Use those visuals because visuals help people remember things. Let's see. And you want to make sure that they understand. Think about it. If you didn't fully understand what you were doing, would you jump in? You want to understand to a certain extent before you jump in and commit yourself. So help them understand, and if it's right, they'll jump on board with you. If it's not, they'll probably come back as a customer when they have the money. For people that have no results, you want to kind of address that from the beginning. 4 is a full treatment. 1, you usually see results. Sometimes people, it takes them 1, 2, or 3, wraps, sometimes 4 before they see results. But once they start getting them, they're amazing. My first set of 4, my first wrap and my third wrap were amazing, but my second and fourth were hardly anything. I wrapped the first time, I was so ecstatic. I wrapped the second time, and I thought, uh-oh, they've quit working. But nope, I'm going to keep doing this. So I wrapped the third time, amazing again. It was crazy. So, and Pam Souter, she's the founder of this company, and if she had quit wrapping after the first, we all wouldn't be here. And I've said that time and time again when I heard her story, and I hope you guys can hear it one day. It's pretty amazing. And it just really makes you think that when you give up when things are hard, it affects so many people that could be in your life in the future. And the other thing is, don't leave them hanging. Work with them. Tell them about a skin brush. Tell them to take a hot shower and to wrap when they get out. Here lately, I had a hard time with my cellulite. In the fall, I wrapped 6 times and got nothing. My thighs shrank, but my cellulite did not go anywhere. So I decided my thighs stay cold. I like cold to the touch. I thought, well, I'm going to put a heating pad on them. And I did the other night, and holy smokes. I mean, I've showed a couple people, and their jaws have dropped at what it did. You know, there's things you can try. Try that. But if they sweat, they cannot do that. They have to take it off. You cannot let them sweat. So if they feel like they're about to sweat, they need to take that off. A couple of other things that have come up that are not opposition but that are loyal customer issues, I just wanted to address this really quick. If your customer's billing and shipping address is different, you have to call in. You have to call in. If they are somewhere else, your customer, and you are somewhere else, call them and three-way customer service. Get on the phone and help them. You provide customer service for your customers, then let customer service sign them up. It's to prevent billing fraud and card theft. So it really is a good thing for our customers, and you just want to put it to them that way. Don't be like, I don't know, I'm sorry, this is such a pain. Then that's going to be a negative hit. But if you're like, you know what, our company really looks out for people and they want to make sure that their card is not stolen, that lightens the mood, and it totally makes them feel more comfortable and more secure that our company is watching out for them. Then the other thing is if you get a code that says anything, issuer decline or code whatever, we're not expected to know those codes. Customer service knows those codes, but they are there so that we know something's up. Every time you hit submit, it can charge their card and hold the money. It may not eventually charge all the way. Sometimes it will fall off at midnight. Sometimes it will fall off in 72 hours. I've had it happen both ways to myself and a couple of customers. You want to, as soon as you get that code, if customer service is open, call them right then. Get it taken care of. If they're not, call the next morning. Get it taken care of. Those are things that are there to help us realize that something's wrong, and sometimes it's not that they don't have the money in the bank. I had a lady who had $11,000 in the bank, and it happened to her. So we had to call. Anyway, it was something to do with Visa. It was the credit card processing company and Visa. They were having an issue. So that's what it did, but it held it out of her account 3 times, and she had an over $200 order. So it's $600 that held, and this was back in the beginning, and I learned my lesson. Do not keep hitting submit. And I just want to reiterate a couple things, that sometimes it's planting season. Sometimes it's time for you to go and reach out to people and plant seeds, and sometimes it's time to follow up. So when you follow up, do the 2-day, 2-week, 2-month rule. Follow up in 2 days, follow up in 2 weeks, follow up in 2 months. Keep doing that. Keep reaching out and follow up. Remember that fortune's in the follow up. Stay organized. Figure out a way to know who you've talked to and what you've said. Follow up with your customers that are existing, that have signed on. Find out what's working for them. Help them make changes that fit their budget. Do everything you can to keep them from canceling at 3 months, because that's your paycheck. And that's their products. And let them try everything. They may find something that absolutely changes their life. Constantly being in search of new circle of friends, new people groups to be involved with, because that gives you outlets to be able to spread your business outside of your immediate friends and family. Sometimes when you're talking to people about wrapping, you don't have to go straight to the loyal customer program. Sometimes you just need to lead with a wrap, get a wrap on them. When they see that it works, they've talked to you more, they feel more comfortable about it, and they're ready to wrap. And I tell people, we recommend you try, and they're like, well, I want 4 for $59. I don't want to spend $25. I'm like, sometimes we recommend that you try a wrap for $25. Let me back up. They want $59, but then they find out about the loyal customer commitment. So then I'm just like, you know what? They recommend you try one time. See how you like it. Then you can, I can tell you more details then. I can give you whatever you need, and you all can go from there. I think you'll be surprised at all our company has to offer. You just really want to, like I said before, build it up. Start building up the company before you get there, because this is your message about making an appointment. And then you want to go and you want to blitz, wrap, and repeat. And so now I want y'all to go, and I'm so sorry, this is one of the longest videos I've ever done, and I hope that it's helped you all and encouraged you all, and I'm so proud of our team, and I love you guys, and let me know if you need anything.